got some, and they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Zubac over Porzingis. Zubac no good. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in.
Doncic showing you his smarts there because he really sized up the situation and took advantage of what the defense gave him.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Zubac. It's rebounded by Doncic. Over George, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Jackson passes to Leonard. And the pass to George. Richardson with it. Leonard picks him up. Goes up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Doncic. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Now, here's George. Zubac kicks to George. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
The 3 for Doncic. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's picked off. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone in the dunk by Doncic.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now, here's Zubac. Poke loose. Doncic with the steal. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And here's George. He'll bring it up to Los Angeles. Still without a basket in the game. Morris passes to Leonard. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. A lot of great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg? Or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, And I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Shot clock at 6. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Batum. Hardaway with the steal. Fast break, Dallas. Pass to Brunson. Leonard with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Batum. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Brunson with a clean look. But they recover it. Burke kicks to Powell. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for George. Burke dishes to Cauley-Stein.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the second free throw, good. Clippers trail by 9. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Cousins. Powell with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, you can't leave a lane to the basket available for Beverly, because if you do, he jumps on it quickly.
Here's Brunson. A three-pointer off the mark. Kennard on the wing. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice.
And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Burke. Hardaway is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Powell in at the 5. Now Burke passes to Kleber. And there it is for him.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Redick for 3. Here's Burke. Here's Kleber. An easy 2 points on the layup. Kleber's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas.
And the rebound and the follows show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Beverly finds Kennard. Kleber against Beverly. Releases from 15. Fires for 3. Kleber with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the shot is good. Powell's got his first points in this one.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Beverly and the Clippers miss again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And that one's good. Doncic. Doncic has got 10 points in the game.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
Zubac against Porzingis. Zubac the pass to George. Clock at 6.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Richardson. The pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Jackson looking around. Right side Leonard. Pass to Zubac. They need this. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Zubac has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Outside, Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. On the wing, George. Richardson covering. Zubac kicks to Leonard. One-on-one here. Porzingis on the follow. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
You know, fellas, I like the aggressiveness Porzingis is showing on the glass. I mean, getting good positioning and using that big body when shots go up. That's why he's boarding it well.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Outside, George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. To the inside, here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Jackson against Brunson. Outside for Rondo. Wide open look here for Zubac. That one wide left.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 steals, and 1.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in at the 1.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Jackson against Brunson. Over Jackson. Brunson kicks to Powell. Pass to Burke. Over George. Burke can't get it to go. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 16. Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Takes it out to Leonard. Lets the three fly. No good. Here's the break. Throws it up high. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
The feed to Leonard. Beverly against Doncic. Kicks it out to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. That's a two from Kennard. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his fourth rebound in this one. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And, you know, Beverly made his name with his defense. I mean, a clever player uses his quick hands to steal the rock. He also is physical and disruptive.
Beverly against Doncic. To the middle. Porzingis trying to get free. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Doncic, no good.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Inside. Here's Porzingis. Got a piece of it.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Out to Doncic. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Passes it to Morris. Now Kennard. Richardson covering. Kennard, the pass to Morris. Back to Kennard. 5 to shoot. Wants to get it to Morris and does. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. That's tipped. Doncic outside. A pass to Porzingis. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Kennard on the wing. Back to Rondo. There's the pass to Kennard. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Los Angeles making a switch here. Brunson against Rondo. Brunson, no good.
How about that? How about?
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 13. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Hardaway is out there with Maxi Kleber. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Redick in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Offensive rebound. Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Back to Hardaway. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Kleber, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Kleber's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Dallas. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. George passes to Zubac. Outside for George. Here's Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. Great D that time from Redick. Dallas leading by 15. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Redick's got his first points of the game. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Batum dishes to George. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And stolen by Redick. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And then for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Pass to Porzingis. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's George. And it's good for 2. And that's now 7 points for Paul George.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson's got the ball, and it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go. Here's Leonard. Makes it off the glass.
And that's the activity on the offensive glass they like to see out of Kawhi. When he's in full hustle mode, they're a much stronger team.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now, here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
He's not going to mess that one up.
I certainly hope not.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Mavericks.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Luka Doncic.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And the Clippers have possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Leonard the pass to Morris. Right wing. And Cousins kicks to Leonard. From down in the low post, it goes.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg. Nestled among the peaks of the rock. And before
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Marjanovic, Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, we've got Gordon. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the power forward position. Now, here's Richardson. Doncic finds Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got the first points of the night for the Mavs. Now Morris. Passes it to Najee. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now here's Porzingis, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Doncic outside. Richardson outside. Shot clock at 5. Unloads from 13. Here's Marjanovic. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Jokic. Takes a 3. The Mavericks pull it in.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Morris with the ball. And it's Gordon missing.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And Doncic is right there.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Morris outside. And he converts the layup. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time. And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Here's Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul him.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. That's tipped. Here's Brunson. Kicks it to Hardaway. The pass to Doncic. Down low, Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Here's Harrison. Brunson covering. Harrison passes to Porter. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Porter against Brunson. He feeds it to CLA Stein. Powell against Millsap. Millsap grabs the miss. Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Pass to Porter. And Willie CLA Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jermichael Green. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Willie CLA Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Passes it to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. Trains the three-pointer.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. He feels like he could score from anywhere.
Harrison kicks to Porter. Out to the right wing. McGee with no one around. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Harrison out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Burke with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Out to Porzingis. Back to Marjanovic. Shoots over McGee. McGee with the block. Gordon inside. Guarded by Hardaway.
We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Redick with the 3. The shot, no good. And it's Denver the other way. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Harrison scanning the floor. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. And it's in there. Harrison's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Hardaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Junjar's checked in, and it's Green in for Porter. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Doncic against Morris. The pass to Jokic. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a big that can run the floor, so he can be a weapon in the fast break game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Harrison's checked in for Denver. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Pass to Richardson. Doncic outside. Richardson against Morris. 4 on the clock. Richardson, no luck.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And it's Doncic missing. The Nuggets leading by 5. Passes it to Harrison. To the inside. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. It's hauled in by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Here's Powell. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Powell's got his second basket.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The Nuggets leading by 5. On the floor for Dallas. They've got Richardson. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Here's Rivers, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. Rivers hits both of them.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
Now, here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. Richardson outside. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Tries again. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Doncic feeling it out. And he banks in the layup. Doncic has got 9 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Doncic outside. To the paint, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Dallas, J.J. Redick's checked in for Marjanovic. Trey Burke comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Morris. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
To the middle. Jokic trying to free himself up. That's good from Porter on the assist by Morris.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Brunson kicks to Powell. Pass to Burke. Porter with the steal. Here's Morris. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Now the pass to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving the ball around. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
He's got great activity, does Willie Cauley Stein, and that time the activity helped him to draw a foul.
Cauley Stein hits them both. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Morris against Brunson. Morris passes to Najee. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. 1:07 left in the third quarter. Pass to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway passes to Powell. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Burke. Brunson against Rivers. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rivers has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Now here's Brunson. He's covered closely. Here's Porzingis. The shot is good off the backboard. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third. Denver on top. They're up by 5. And fourth quarter basketball. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Mavericks trailed by 5. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Michael Porter. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Mavericks making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. Harrison passes to Jokic. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, people try to be aggressive with Jokic, but it doesn't bother him much on that kind of possession.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Bulls checked in. All free throws good from Doncic.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Passes to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Bull. Goes up again. Hardaway with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Bull. Basket good. Bull's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bull making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Ball stolen. Jokic with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. And Jokic throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Feeds to Cauley Stein. Just 3 to shoot. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Porter. At the elbow, Jokic. Here's Bull. That one a little long. Mavericks trail by 7. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Here's Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Jokic with the steal. Harrison passes to Bull. Inside. Got a piece of it. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Porter. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Porter dishes the ball. Oh, Porter in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Doncic outside. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
To the inside. Jokic inside. He's against Porzingis, and that one's good. Jokic.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Dishes to Hardaway. Here's Doncic. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Harrison kicks to Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time. Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. From the arc. And it's Jokic with the rebound. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
The 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and, of course, an elite passer.
Doncic outside. That one falls.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
So we see Denver get the win here. They didn't make it easy.
Oh, the land of the free.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on... And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Porter is out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4 slot. And for Los Angeles, Rajon Rondo is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Batum, and it's Zubac in at the center position. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Jokic. Drops in the layup for 2. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Yep, that one goes.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Pass to Jokic. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And Jokic throws it down.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Kicks it to George. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Morris passes to Jokic. Back to Morris. And it's Denver scoring again.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Rondo dishes to George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Now Morris. Jokic trying to free himself up. Morris, no good. Rondo on top. Pass to Zubac. George looking around. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Najee. Plays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the Clippers have possession. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Outside, Porter. And the rejection by Zubac. 1:51 left in the first. Outside, Rondo. Outside, Batum. Pass to Morris. Outside for Rondo. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Harrison comes in for Monte Morris. Now, here's Jokic. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. Jokic has got 6.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. And it's Beverley missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Denver leading by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gordon goes in.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
Now here's Leonard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. That one goes in.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Nuggets on top, up by 4. And back in a moment and we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a
selfless. I mean, you need to
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Harrison. It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard attacking. Second chance shot. Beverley against Porter. Clock at 6. This one for 3. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Beverley. Cousins has got 5 now.
It's amazing. You look back at Cousins' first 4 years in the league, he hit under 20% of his threes. Now it's a go-to shot for him.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverley. Green breaking loose, and that one is good. Harrison's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Jackson looking it over. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Denver the other way now. Millsap kicks to Gordon. Green in the post. Here's Harrison. He has 5. Back to Green. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Now it's a 5-point Denver lead. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. And the officials call it traveling violation. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Outside for Rondo. To the middle. Here's Zubats. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Morris against Rondo. Morris passes to Porter. To the inside. Here's Najee. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Rondo against Porter. Outside, George. Inside, Zubats. George finds Zubats. Can't connect from short range.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Good. Morris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Zubats. The pass to Rondo. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Denver. Chanchar's checked in. And it's Austin Rivers in for Michael Porter. The Nuggets leading by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Rondo against Morris. Jokic passes to Chanchar. Floats it up for Jokic.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Outside, George. Shoots. Nails the wide open jump shot. George has got 7.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
That'll do it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, again, a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The largest lead they had was 6. And
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Nikola Jokic. Austin Rivers is out there with Morris. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Chanchar in at the 3 slot. Morris kicks to Zubats. Morris with the rebound. Denver leading by 9. Here's Jokic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Right side, George. Down low. Rebounded by McGee.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Stolen by George. And no good that time.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Left side, Batum. Zubats in the post. Jokic defending. Here's Rondo. Outside for George. 5 to shoot. To the inside. Morris. And Morris throws it down.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
And here is Morris. Lets it go from deep. The shot off that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's George. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. George has got 9 points.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Morris passes to McGee. And here's Jokic. McGee, great positioning on the putback.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Rondo scanning the floor. The dish now to George. And George with the stuff.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
You got it, yo, right here.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. Harrison kicks the ball. Passes it to Najee. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut to just 9 points on the basket from Leonard.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Pass to Gordon. 1:03 left in the third. Inside. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jackson kicks to Beverly. To the middle. Here's Oturu, and it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Lets it go with a 3. Pass to Najee. Outside Gordon. No good. Not a friendly rim at all. This trip down. Clippers trail by 12. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
One of the more controversial players in the game. What's amazing through all the scrutiny is the consistency of Cousins' production.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. The Nuggets leading by 10. Porter with it. He wants to get the Millsap and does. Here's Harrison, and he makes good on the layup. Harrison's got 7 points in the game.
Now that's beautiful. Millsap could have forced something there, but instead waits for his open teammate.
And so it's Denver enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. There's and as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Paul George, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Rondo. Five on the clock. Porter with the steal. Unhindered, going all the way. The pass to Najee. They grab their own miss. Clippers trail by 14. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Here's Harrison. He's covered by Rondo. Passes to Millsap. Porter in the corner. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Rondo's shot is off. Denver leading by 12. Porter dishes to Millsap. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. George passes to Zubac. Poked away. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. And it's denied. But they get it back. Castanagi. And a wide open look for Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Rondo. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Rondo is a pro in transition. He can flat out get it done.
Denver shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And he commits the intentional foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Denver also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Gordon comes in for Jermichael Green. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison. Outside, Porter. Back to Morris. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 10. To the paint. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. To the left side wing. Here's Jokic. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
And it has them at a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
To end the drought, and Jokic lays it up and in. That's 12 points for Jokic.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
Leonard against Gordon. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Morris outside. All by himself. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
They're so close now. They've got to keep their foot on the gas pedal.
Morris passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And I don't think they will. The problem is they've waited too long to make a move. Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Outside Gordon. Back to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic inside. Working on Zubac. Kept alive. Now Jokic. From deep. It's off. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the four-man position.
From the moment this guy stepped into the league, Luka Doncic has been aggressive and assertive. He just attacks defenders.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Porzingis with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Banked in off the glass.
Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Zubac finds Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Here's Finney-Smith. Misses from short range.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher. They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Pass to Zubac. In the corner, it's Morris. Over Porzingis. Morris, no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. Porzingis on the follow.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great instincts. You create an opportunity to get the putback. Nice work, Kristaps Porzingis.
And George kicks to Leonard. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Now Porzingis, covered by Morris. Dallas moving it around. Richardson dishes to Doncic. Back to Richardson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Outside Hardaway. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Batum. To halt the run. And the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Runs in the pass to Burke. Here's Hardaway. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Yes, that goes in.
You know, an easy basket made possible because the assist was crisp and it was perfectly placed.
50 seconds left to play in the first. Now Brunson still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Hardaway. He dishes it to Powell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Shoots over Burke. Again, the Clippers.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point game. Here's Hardaway. To the inside, Cauley Stein.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Dallas holding on to an 8-point lead heading in. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Luke Kennard out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Man in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Kennard against Redick. Mavericks leading by 10. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Floats it up for Cousins and stolen by Redick. Fast break Dallas. Here's Brunson. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Kennard against Redick. Pass to Cousins. Here's Man. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Dwight Powell. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Clippers trail by 11. Lob pass to George. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pull-up jumper. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And it's sent back by George. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles. The Mavericks also with a sub. Finney-Smith's checked in. Here's Marjanovic. The Clippers grab the miss. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. It's good.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
And here's Richardson. Pass to Porzingis. And here is Marjanovic. The pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 5. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
The Clippers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Richardson against George. Passes to Leonard. Now here's Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. George with the ball. And it's Richardson picking him up. Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach. You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Doncic throws it down.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
George with the ball. To the middle. Morris kicks to George. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Unloads from 9. Low block shot. In deep. Leonard drops it in. Leonard's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And Dallas with a change here too. Burks is checked in. Clippers trail by 11. Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Rondo. Cousins finds Leonard. Back to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years. And if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Richardson the pass to Burke, and it's Doncic, top of the key. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both good from the line that time. Beverly against Brunson. Now Beverly feeds it to Cousins. Kennard for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. And Shaq. And that'll about...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Dwight Powell is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Burke, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Burke kicks to Cauley Stein. Here's Burke. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 2 points. That one goes. And the Mavericks lead by 13. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep him there is to build a championship caliber team around him. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Dallas on defense. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Shot from free throw range. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Pass to Kennard. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Cousins, the pass to Mann. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. The lead is 15. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Marjanovic has got his first bucket in this one.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. Here's Finney-Smith. He's got 6. Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
I mean, the potential of Kristaps Porzingis, to me, could be terrifying as an opponent. This guy is an incredible big man with the ability to dominate both ends. I cannot wait to see what's next.
Here's Batum. Porzingis with the block. Marjanovic down low. He's guarded by Cousins. They get it back. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Clippers trail by 19. Here's Kennard. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Doncic outside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Marjanovic down low. Cousins is there. Here's Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. Marjanovic passes to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. 6 points for him. Down low. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. Finney-Smith's got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Kennard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Clippers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Morris is checked in for Batum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. George is checked in for Patrick Beverly. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Jackson against Brunson. And he lays it straight in. He's got 6. Clippers trail by 20. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. Here's Cauley-Stein. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Burke, and so it's Dallas, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. What a night they've had in... And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 18. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. The shot by Redick, no good.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The offensive rebound. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Brunson against Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Jackson. Porzingis with the rebound. Dallas leading by 16. And the pass to Hardaway. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Brunson against Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Brunson. Fast break, Dallas. Redick against Leonard. Left side, Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. Here's Jackson. That ball's nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. And here's Redick. Over George. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Redick's got his first basket. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Morris. It's rebounded by Dallas. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Redick with the bucket.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. And George kicks to Rondo. Zubac finds George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Now, you have got to give Paul George so much respect. He's just amazing at drawing contact when he's shooting.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Mavericks leading by 17.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
Got that one up quick. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Richardson outside. He kicks it to Powell. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Count it, good.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
George dishes to Rondo. George passes to Morris. Shoots over Powell. Morris, no good. Now the Mavericks with it. It's a 16-point game. Richardson with it. He's picked up by Rondo. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the triple. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Richardson.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
Doncic with it. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. And all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg. A stunning view of the moon. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Harrison out there with Jokic. Then there's Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4 slot. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That one goes. Count it. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside, Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. To the wing right side. And there's the feed to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. And the layup is good.
Boy, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Here's Harrison. From 8, Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but, man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now, here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Denver with the ball. Following the score by Dallas. And that one's good, Jokic.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area or he'll scorch you.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this, Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
It's deflected. Out to Porzingis, beyond the arc. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Jokic. He doesn't hit that one.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
It's Richardson on the wing. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Nuggets making a switch here. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Rivers passes to Green. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
1:32 left here in the first quarter. Millsap against Hardaway. Here's Cauley Stein, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Goes up with it again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Gordon. Bol comes in for Green. And Monte Morris subbed in for Harrison.
You know, it took a little time for Millsap to develop and blossom into the NBA player he is. But once he did blossom, this guy became a star quickly.
Now here's Cauley Stein. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Millsap down low. Howe on him. The shot's good from McGee.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Burke with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Brunson against Morris. Dallas again missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
The Nuggets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Brunson finds Hardaway. Shot to stop the run. Brunson, good.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Now, here is Morris. Outside for Millsap. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Dallas, Hardaway is out there with Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here's Porter after J.J. Redick hitting the 3, and he gets the bucket.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now here's Brunson. To the inside, Hardaway. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hardaway has got his first points in this one. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Gordon kicks to Millsap. Back to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Hey, and we all know Gordon's a terrific jammer now. He loves throwing it down.
Mavericks trail by 5. Passes it to Powell. McGee against Cauley Stein. Now the pass to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Hardaway. Fires the 3. But they recover it. Brunson kicks to Cauley Stein. To the middle. Here's Powell. Good work defensively by Millsap.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to Rivers. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Millsap misses.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Cauley Stein. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Dallas going with the whole new group out there. And then for Denver, Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. JaMychal Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Morris subbed in for Michael Porter. Now, here is Morris.
I got yours.
Bol dishes to Green. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Passes it to Finney-Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Denver making a switch here. Chanjar's checked in. Here's Najee. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Najee's got his second bucket.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. The pass to Marjanovic. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
They shoot again. Here's Morris over Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
A different look for Dallas. Good on the second free throw. The Mavericks trailing. Runs in the pass to Burke. Out to Hardaway to the left wing. Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot goes in. Brunson's got 5 points so far.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Morris kicks to Harrison. Pass to Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. He has 6.
Jokic has the ability to score from just about anywhere, but he's most dangerous inside. Tremendous skill in the painted area.
So that'll be it for the first half. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille. Denver came ready to play. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertainment. And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Aaron Gordon out there with Rivers. Then there's Bull, and it's Nikola Jokic. And it's John Shar in at the 3, the small forward. And he goes in for the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's Doncic. Denver getting their last shot to go. On the wing, Doncic. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. And it's Doncic missing. The Nuggets leading by 4. Pass to Chancellor. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Chancellor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Porzingis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Porzingis has got 6.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Pass to Gordon. Rivers against Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Rivers hits both of them. Mavericks trail by 6. Doncic dishes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. So the wing on the left. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Off target from outside. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Now, Green, following the 3-point attempt by Austin Rivers. Porter passes to Millsap. Back to Porter. He kicks to Green. And he makes that one.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Doncic against Millsap. Outside, Redick. There's the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed the full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Dallas. Here's Harrison, gets it to fall from the right block. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Stein up top, Millsap covering. Stein dishes to Powell. Inside, Millsap with the steal. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Cuts off the pass. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Gordon's running. The tray. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Denver going into the break with a 10-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. The shot by Harrison, no good. Mavericks trailed by 10. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. Back to Marjanovic. Brunson with it. Dallas moving it around. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Harrison. Pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Kicks to Burke. Pass to Hardaway. A pass to Porzingis.
Well, you look at Porzingis, guys, and he's capable of scoring from anywhere. I mean, this guy's versatility really impressive.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Harrison. And foul on the and here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddles. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. Let's see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Passes it to Morris. Here is McGee. Guarded by Porzingis. Here's Morris. The Nuggets with another miss.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And it's sent back by Millsap. For the finish, and the slam dunk by McGee.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Doncic outside. And the pass to Richardson. To the paint, Porzingis. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Harrison scanning the floor. Pass to Jokic. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Doncic right side. That shot off. And Denver the other way now. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. They grab their own miss. And McGee kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Marjanovic. Off the left rim and out. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
Jokic has great size and mobility. Very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And a switcher also for Denver. Rivers checked in. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Down by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nuggets.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jokic.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Now here's Porzingis, following the miss by Josh Richardson. And the wide open shot from Morris. The Nuggets with another miss. Down low, here's Finney-Smith, and he dunks it down.
Well, it's almost like Richardson has a sixth sense for those openings. He knows just where to send it.
The three from Morris, offline. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 3 slot. And for the Nuggets, Porter is out there with Morris. Then there's Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. It's Najee in at the 4. Now here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Now Rondo. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. You know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Batum passes to Morris. Fades away. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
The pass to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Now here's Rondo. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Los Angeles with another miss.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. They get it back. Zubac, that's good.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Back to Morris. Outside for Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard to the inside. Here's Zubac. Pass to Morris. And it's Denver with the rebound. On the wing, Porter. To the middle. The jump hook, the putback, no good there. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 1:31 left in the first quarter. Outside for Rondo. Over Morris. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More blocks, please.
Gordon dishes to Morris. Rondo against Gordon. Morris passes to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. And that one hits back iron. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside for Batum. Back to Rondo. Outside Leonard. Outside for Rondo. Pass to Morris. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Now you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Morris passes to Jokic. Can they get it? Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Rondo passes to Zubac. Outside for Rondo. For three. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Nuggets ahead, leading by a point. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Rivers. And it's Harrison in it, the shooting guard. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And McGee kicks to Harrison. Here's Bull. Passes it to McGee. Feeds it to Bull. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. The Clippers trail. Here's Jackson. And there's the pass to Beverly. Cousins inside. McGee's there. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Beverly.
Yeah, well, he's used to that right there. Cousins does not let the contact deter him. He knows it's not just one guy. It could be multiples. He's still going to find a way to score.
Rivers kicks to Bull. From 10 feet out. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Bull's got his first basket.
Excellent job of simply taking what the defense offered up.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Jackson passes to Beverly. Pass to Cousins. Just 2 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Cousins has got the lead up to 1 now for the Clippers.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
Here's Harrison, defended by Beverly. 7-foot shot. Here's Bull, stolen by Beverly. Here's Oturu. No points in the game yet for him. Jackson kicks to Beverly. Pass to Oturu. Excellent D that time there from McGee. For Denver, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And he comes up with the deuce. Bull's got 4 points this quarter.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Jackson passes to Oturu. A second chance effort. Sweet move. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bull uses it to perfection to block shots.
Outside for Millsap. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
A 3 from Morris. He can't get it to go. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Morris looking over the floor. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
Well, how about Millsap breaking down the D, that time with the pass? Good awareness.
There's 31 seconds left in the first half. Nobody near Leonard. Misses the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Najee passes to Jokic. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve. Adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
Rondo passes to Leonard. He feeds it to George. That one misses.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They ended the period holding on to a slim. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Batum, and it's Rondo in at the point. Najee passes to Jokic, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Bol, he's checked in for Denver. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Passes to Oturu. Back to Jackson. Over Rivers. Stolen away. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Jokic throws it down.
Now, so polished in his all-around game, I'm not surprised to see Jokic roaring down there on the fast break.
Outside, George. The pass to Oturu. Outside for George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Oturu's shot is off.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And like his father, Manute, Bol's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Both shots good from the stripe. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Jackson with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. George with the ball. Now Bol defending. Cousins, the pass to Oturu. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Chanshaw. The feed to Bol. 6 on the shot clock. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Fades. Bol with it. Cousins is there. Bol, that's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Clippers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's Jackson with the drive. It's good.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Pass to Jokic. The layup off target. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's George, and it's good, 2 points. Now just a 5-point Nugget lead.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers, a skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Jokic passes to Rivers. Gordon inside, defended by Beverly. Jokic kicks the ball. Shoots over Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George. And then George with the jam.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A nice shot by Rivers.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. Morris right side. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Morris has got 6.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now Rivers. Kicks it out to Gordon to the right side. McGee against Rondo. Here's Najee. That shot no good. Good work defensively by Morris.
You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Rivers passes to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nuggets ahead. They lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Porter, Harrison out there with Morris, and there's JaVale McGee. It's Najee in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Morris passes to Porter. Leonard with the steal. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. It's tipped, and the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. The Clippers trail. Out left to the wing. Knocked loose. Cousins finds Beverly. Morris against Jackson. Cousins. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Clock at 4. The 3 from George. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 4th rebound in this one. Morris right side. This is it to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's George. Inside, here's Cousins. McGee with the block.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Harrison passes to Jokic. Over Beverly. Again, the Nuggets score.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And here's Jackson. It's George on the wing. McGee with it. Guarded now by DeMarcus Cousins. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Porter against Jackson. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverly.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Denver. Back to Morris. Denver passing it around. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Well, the versatility of this young stud, Jokic, is just ridiculous. Shoots threes, posts up, put the ball on the floor. Did I mention passing?
Now here's Leonard. He's tightly guarded. A pass to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Rondo passes to Zubac. The shot will not fall. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 6. To the inside. Outside Gordon. Back to Jokic. In the corner, it's Gordon. Offensive rebound. Feeds it to McGee. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Well, a big man who can really dish it out. Jokic really reliable, setting up his teammates.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Holes checked in. Here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Nuggets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Morris with the ball. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
The Nuggets leading by 8. Now Morris. He kicks to McGee. Makes it off the glass.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Outside Leonard. Stripped away. And here's the fast break. Gordon with it. George picks him up. Gordon kicks to Morris. Bull the pass to Morris. There's Harrison. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Leonard with the steal. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
So the Nuggets win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home.